Welcome to the Jeremiah Show. This is the Omad Records Holiday Music Showcase. We're featuring original music from the Omad Records Make a Joyful Noise album. And all of the music artists featured on Make a Joyful Noise are Omad recording artists. And most of those artists are joining us on our special holiday showcase today. This is the holiday show for you, especially if you love holiday music and Christmas music. Some really great original music on this album. I'm in love with it. I wanted to welcome back to the show from Fovia. We're going to play. Uh, well, I love the title here. What's Christmas? I just want to make sure I had it right. What's
Yep.
Christmas? This is a fun song. And Max Weigel or Weigel?
Weigel, but yeah.
Weigel.
Mhm.
Max Weigel, guitar, Vox, keys, electronics, and Fovia. Fovia's music is an oral kaleidoscope, spinning rock, pop, jazz, ambient, and psychedelia. The band members include Max, who's here, Steve Shaw, bass guitar and Vox, and Jake Denicola, plays drums. Folly Vids and omadrecords.com Fovia, where you can find them and their albums. Welcome, Max. Thanks for representing for Fovia today and bringing us your holiday music, your new single. What's Christmas? What is Christmas?
Great question, Jeremiah. Thanks for having me. That was kind of the question I asked myself once John came around and asked for a contribution to this compilation. I think it was in springtime, so I had to really think about it for a moment because it wasn't the Christmas season, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to approach it kind of on an old time sappy note. I started writing it and I was using the notion of that question, what's Christmas, as a kind of lead to the rest of the song. And I was talking to Jake and Steve from my band a lot. We tend to joke around and have a bit of a prankster edge. So we kind of created a bit of a character as we were deliberating on the meaning of Christmas, I suppose. And
Who was the character based on? Was it anybody in the band?
kind of a composite of just some vagabonds we've seen over the years, I would say, but bit of a estranged family member at a bar, maybe reminiscing about Christmas and having some mixed feelings about it, but ultimately ending on a kind of hopeful note, I would say, and doing it a little tongue in cheek along the way as well. Yeah.
So, what did you discover about Christmas through writing this song?
I discovered that it is kind of a
Has your
beyond
opinion changed?
anything that changed. I kind of discovered that it's a nice moment to just look back at your year and sit with it and be okay with it in some ways. And it's
Yeah.
almost a nice checkpoint, I would say. And yeah, brought together a number of different memories from across the years, but a little bit of a composite in some of those lyrics. But it's definitely a character and a little more sardonic than I think I've approached Christmas in the past. It was a fun challenge.
I feel like if I hung out with you in the band, I would get some pretty good commentary. What's any funny holiday stories that you've and any observations on family and holiday that you can put out there without being disinvited from Christmas?
Yeah, some of them I might have pulled from John. Uh, you know what kind of actually came to mind for me was even looking at the Make a Joyful Noise record cover. I mentioned to John that it reminded me of a lot of the stuff that my own grandma would post around her house at Christmas time. And it specifically brought to mind a clock that all of her grandchildren recorded a little message for her each hour that the clock would turn for Christmas. And it has all the cardinals, all the winter scenery on it too. And kind of viscerally brought me back to that moment rather than like a sardonic moment, actually. So
Hmm.
it was
That's
touching to see that.
touching, yeah. So it brought out the good thing. It brought out
Yeah.
what John probably intended
Yeah.
when visioning the album. Is that right, John?
Well, yeah. I mean, the album cover, my wife Deborah says she wants sometimes goes around and hugs it. It's just got that kind of we were going for you know, I wouldn't say retro because the music doesn't sound particularly retro. It's kind of eclectic, but the album cover we made it. Made a tip-on jacket, which is like the old style LPs. Any old Christmas record is going to be a tip-on. The old ones, new ones, they just print right on paper. But this is the old one, which you know, it's a sticker on cardboard, and you know, just the colors. I mean, it's just. I know whenever I look at it, front or back, you know, it just screams holidays, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's play the song that we've been talking about. What's Christmas? Max, will you do us the honors of introducing the song? And before you do that, I wanted to ask you, in the band, which of your band members would be make the best like department store Santa Claus?
Oh,
It's easy, Max.
I'm gonna get you in trouble here, aren't I?
I think both Jake and Steve would do a great job as a dual Santa. Jake's got the gregariousness, the energy of it all. Steve's just got a kind of bumbling attitude that I think combined would be a good composite Santa for this.
Okay, thank you for being honest.
Yeah.
All right, set up the song for us, and we're gonna listen to What's Christmas by Fovia.
This is What's Christmas by Fovia.
We'll be right back. Enjoy.